Hey everybody, Chef here. Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. Just in case you missed the Google Meet, this is what I went over with the class today. Revised syllabus for the second quarter. All you really need to know about this at this point is there's going to be more guidelines for participation and when assignments are due. And I will have that ready by sometime tomorrow and post it by sometime tomorrow. Once again, it's really about participating in Google Meets, and if you can't make those Google Meets, then you'll need to watch these videos as a reference guide for quizzes, and you just need to watch them as participation, and I'll explain that a little bit more in the next few slides. So I'll have that Wednesday. I will also have a bread dough basic study guide posted there, and we'll kind of work off that for the next few weeks. We tried to do a bread dough demonstration today. It's just too loud in the kitchen and you can't hear the mics and stuff, so I'm just going to go over some key points of bread making using yeast today, and let's get started. What are the basic ingredients of bread dough, especially this? I mean, there's all different types of breads. You have quick breads, which are like muffins, and well, muffins. What's another quick bread? Banana bread, things like that, which use baking soda and baking powder. But today we're talking about yeast breads that use yeast as a leavener, okay? For a basic bread dough, all you need is a liquid, water, yeast, which helps it rise, and flour, okay? What type of flour you use depends on what you're making. If you're making pizza dough, you usually use bread flour. If you're just making a basic soft roll, you would make all-purpose flour, and we will get into when to use these flours at another time. Really, the flour depends on the gluten content of the flour. Some flours are stronger and firmer than others. But right now, let's just talk about how does bread dough rise. Bread dough rises. The first thing I should mention is it's rising because it has activated yeast in it. Okay, and then when this yeast in the right environment, being a warm environment with some moisture, it really helps the bread dough rise, but yeast is what makes it rise. This is the type of yeast we use. We try to use the packaged yeast. It's a little bit easier to just count the packets. They're measured out precisely. This Fleischmann's is a very good product. It's a very reliable. If you can see to the picture to the right, this process is called blooming, where you would put yeast in warm water at the correct temperature, and it will actually activate it, creating carbon dioxide, which makes the dough rise, which makes it lighter and fluffier. Once again, blooming, you have liquid between 110 and 115 degrees. You can also add sugar to speed up this process. Now, you don't always use sugar in certain breads, but sugar does speed up the process. Yeast actually feeds on sugar. So, also, just to let you know, this is the participation word of the day. I will be doing this for every video, so people have to watch them. The participation word of the day is sugar. It is question number 2. It's multiple choice. Okay. Once again, blooming yeast is producing carbon dioxide, which is the reason bread rises. Now, the temperature is crucial. Sorry, there's a little bit of a mark there. I'm going to try to draw this, but I made 3 pictures. They ended up looking like SpongeBob. I didn't really mean for that to happen, but you can see to the left, this one here in the blue, it's like it's sleeping, okay? If your water is too cold, I made it blue for cold, your yeast will not activate. It will just stay dormant. It will stay asleep, okay? Now, if your yeast is at the right temperature, between 110 and 115 degrees, like this one here, it'll wake up and be ready to go and produce carbon dioxide, so your bread will rise. If your water is too hot, as you can notice by the red here, your yeast will die, and it will not activate because you got it too hot and you actually have killed it, and it won't work at all. That's why it's important to monitor the temperature of your water every time you make bread. Okay, got one more slide here. Nope, two more, sorry. Proofing. Once we shape our dough and punch it down, usually we put it, it depends on what you're making. If we're making pepperoni rolls or some rolls like right this example on the right, you want to cover them up and let them rise a second time, and that is called proofing. And we will go over all these things in more detail later. We won't have a test on this until Friday. Last slide. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to post an assignment. This is very easy, more of a discussion assignment. One interesting egg fact. That's all I need is one interesting fact about eggs. And we will start talking about that on Thursday. You really don't have to complete this until Thursday. We can do it together as a group really fast, but kind of keep that in the back of your head for Thursday. Other than that, I think that's it. Make sure you do the quiz. It's in week number 9 folder, but I think it says week number 9 folder November 9th and 10th, because, and then it says end of the quarter 1. So November 9th through 10th, end of quarter 1 folder, it is in there. Thanks. Have a great day. As always, if you have any questions, message me at any time. Thanks.